Now it is for you to develop a plan so that you are able to use your resources so well that most of the demand is done. That means most of the demand is satisfied. Allocating a resource to a product is very simple. You just take the machine, drag and drop. You can see it is allocated by plus sign. That means the blue machine is working here, and on the blue machine you see C5, C column, 5th row, and it is under setup. After 15 minutes it will start working. Okay, now the most important thing to do is to have a systematic way of going about planning. That means we should have a priority, we should have a sequence, and we should know in what sequence that the machine will process the product. How do we decide which product to make? All have to be delivered in the same week. It does not matter if you make A first or D first or F first. Now there has to be some rule in which you will work. One of the simplest way that people start working is whatever has to be made, let us find a machine and start producing. Here is the same way. I decide to make A. I have 2 of these machines. I allocate here. Now I need to make 40 of A and 50 of D. Both of them are going to use the product coming out of here. 25 is already available in my pipeline. I have got 50 materials here. 50 plus 25, 75. I need 90. I can say, okay, not very good. I will buy another 15. Yes, I have the material to buy. How much should I buy here more? Same. I will buy another 65. I have done my material planning. I shall allocate my resources. Now, mind you, this material goes here, this material goes there. Like in any manufacturing organizations, these are called common materials. How are we going to control this? Right now what I have done is I have allocated the blue machine. So as soon as the blue machine starts producing, it'll start eating up this WIP. My green machines will take 120 minutes to set up, and only after 120 minutes of setup will they start producing. So if I'm confident about my plan, okay, I will start my operations. Oops, I have these 2 machines lying idle. This machine is also idle. Is there a way I can use them? Yes, I can. I can take this and put it here. I can take this and maybe allocate again. Because it's got such a high rate of production, I can allocate 2 machines to the same process. Now what I can do is I can also take this E1 and put it here. Will it work? Just think. The rate of production I'm increasing. Doesn't matter. There's no other place to use it, so I will use it. Now what I will do is I will also buy 50 raw material. This is something based on the bill of materials. To make 50, I need 50 of this. Oops, there's already 15 in the pipeline. I shouldn't have bought 50. Minus 15. My vendors are so good, they take the material back. Now I have done my correct calculations. 35 I have bought, 15 in the pipeline, total 50 is what I need here. Now I can start my machine. Have I allocated all the machines? B3 is idle, bus under setup. Let us begin. Now it is at very slow pace. If I want to increase the pace, I will add. Now you see, I'm very confident about my plan. The moment this turns into squares or knots and crosses, that means it is under production. The one which has not changed its color or is not changed into a grid, that means it is still idle. The reason why this is idle is because there's 4 inventory available here, there's no inventory available here. As and when the inventory is available, it will be processed. Okay, this has started processing, this has started processing. Now A is still under setup, C is under production. How did that happen? I do not know. Maybe I allocated it late. Run. It's beautifully running. Okay, now let's wait and see. This has already processed 25. Okay, if this is already processed 25, how much do I need here? 50. So I have to be very careful that this does not process more than 50. Right? Yes. Let's begin. What else? Both my E's have become idle. Right? What can I do? Where can I allocate my light blues? Still it's going to take a lot of time to come here because these two are busy. This is still not started processing. I don't know why it is not processing, but it can happen. It's still under setup. It is saying 120 minutes have not gone. Now what can I do? What can I do? Can I use the ease anywhere? No, I can't. So I have to live with this situation and keep on. Okay, anytime I don't feel confident, I will break. So the moment I freeze, I'm still in week 1, day 1, and only 5 hours and 23 minutes have passed. I have spent some cash to buy my raw materials, which is naturally based on calculation. Okay, now I know that I have exhausted, or I don't have any need for this. I can take these idle and put them somewhere where they can be effective, or I can put them for setup. Okay, I can give one setup here or here, whatever. Let us put one setup here and one setup here. So as soon as my purple stops, I can reallocate the purple somewhere. Okay, 28 have been processed. Let us begin. I think it's under control. That's the best I can do. This is idle. Okay, where can I put it? I can put it here. Shall I? Or shall I put it here? Or shall I put it here? Okay, let's put one here under setup, and let's put one here under setup. My green is free and it has processed all that it should. I'll take it and place it here. Mind you, I have to be sure that I stop my blue after it is produced 5 more. I have to be on alert. Now I am hyper, right? Why am I hyper? Because if it makes one extra, it will be in my WIP. Oh shit. Now I am hyper, very hyper. It has made one extra and it's going to be in WIP now. I'm going to fall short in meeting the demand of A. I'll quickly take this and move it somewhere else, which is here. But I've already exhausted one extra. My calculation had exact number. So one is going to lie somewhere unused. This is my, you can say, biggest hurdle in life. How do I stop overproduction? And this is what has happened. It is processed more. But mind you, I am having such a beautiful feedback system. Where and in which factory can you have such a beautiful information system which lets you know when you have overproduced by just one and you can stop it and take a corrective action? Usually by the time we have taken a corrective action, more than one has been overproduced. That's what we mean by an ideal situation in front of you. This simulator is an ideal situation. Okay, let's run again. Check again. These two are idle. Why is A6 idle? There is no inventory in front of it. D9 idle. Where is D9? D9. D9 is idle. Yes, I can take this and put it here. Right? Because now when the inventory keeps coming, it will start dispatching. Anything else is idle? Yes, my A6 is idle. Now I will put A6 here, buy 40 material, right, and let it run. Okay, let it produce. It will take 2 times. It will take 120 minutes to start the production, and then at 15 minutes for each unit it will produce. Hope so by that time this one has finished off with this production target, and I am ready to allocate one of the light blue machines to the next stage. Okay, I can do one more thing. This one is idle. I move it here. There's still ample time. Let's run. Stop. Is everything going fine? I have excessive control, and what I'm seeing here is this is working. A7 is idle. Yes, it is idle, but it is going to produce. Both of them are going to produce as and when they get items to produce. This is working. It has produced 9. It has to produce still, and then I can think of moving brown from here to there. In the meantime, this is still under setup, and as soon as it starts production, I am okay. I am on target. Let's run. There it is. I have dispatched, or I have earned a throughput of 1725 by the end of the day. Second day ends. Now I go to third day. Now it's for me to start running again, but I still have a chance to rerun everything and see if my plan is working. There's inventory in front of all my allocated machines, but here B3 is idle, right? I can quietly take this and move it here. As soon as I move it here, it will start producing because the setup time is 0. Now I have one light blue working here, one light blue working here. They still have a lot of inventory to process. Doesn't matter. What I will do is I will still run this and let it produce and create inventory here. As and when one of my light blue gets free, I will start dispatching, but only after I have dispatched my A. The inventory here is getting built up. Here the inventory is getting used. Here the inventory is getting used. Here the inventory is getting used. Here the inventory is being built up. Yes, I have a feedback loop. Reporting is fine and it is as per my plan. I am constantly dispatching, and as soon as my demand finishes, I have to start producing another product. Stop. There is no inventory available for this green to process, this light blue to process, and this blue to process. That tells me that I can reallocate these. Now I have A6 idle. Where should I put it? Here, because it has enough inventory in front of it and it will start dispatching my products. Where's the other one? The moment this one gets free, I have to allocate it here. Let us go. I don't have any use for this green. Even if I transfer it here, the speed will not go up because within another 25-40 minutes I would have finished my production.